The Game Boy Advance wireless adapters are some of the most weird accessories. I'm going to put it on screen here, but there actually was a version of this adapter that was made for the Game Boy Micro, because technically speaking, that is a Game Boy Advance. But its price range makes it unreasonable. My good friends at the Game Garage, local game store, sold me these for $20 a piece. And thankfully they work. As I knew they would, but you know, it's always nice to know for sure. After some testing, I realized that I figured out that these allow me to do something that otherwise shouldn't be able to be done. So I use something called a flash cart. And the flash cart is this. It's an Easy Flash Omega. I would get an EverDrive, but they're expensive, and they're not exactly the greatest anymore. But the Easy Flash Omega is a ROM card. It allows you to store and back up save files and games for use later. Now, what is the whole point of bringing up non-official hardware with official hardware? Well, this can play the Pokemon Game Boy Advance games, and I'm specifically talking about games like Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald. And the reason why I talk about those specifically is because those are the only Pokemon games that these have compatibility with, or should I say, those are the only games that have compatibility with the adapters. They do not work with Ruby and Sapphire, but the only reason I bring it up is because with my actual copy of Emerald, that is real, you doubters will be happy to know that this is just a reproduction label, but it is otherwise a real functional copy. Not the point. So there is some safeguards inside of the cartridges that stop the trades of Pokemon between authentic and fake copies, and I imagine there are security checks for when you plug in a physical cable. However, I have noticed that when you plug in the wireless adapters, it just kind of ignores those security checks, and you're able to trade between flash carts and Pokemon Emerald. But I was able to trade my it was my starter, which was Blaziken, on Emerald, and I moved it over to my flash cart, and then I moved it back because I'm not keeping my starter on a flash cart. But it does lend itself into some more testing of if the wireless adapter stops the security checks, would there be some ROM hacks that I would get away with by using a wireless adapter? That is to say, I'm going to be trying some ROM hacks to see if the wireless adapter can allow Pokemon to be transferred. So, theoretically speaking, as long as the function to trade in those games is upheld, it should just be as simple as trading with an actual copy of Emerald. And like I said, we'll test that. I don't have that ready for this video. This is just short to share my discovery. I know this is probably not groundbreaking. Someone else has discovered this, hands down. But just kind of putting it out there that if you want to trade between a flash cart and an authentic copy of Emerald or Fire Red and Leaf Green, I had very, very good success with the wireless adapters, which aren't exactly cheap. On eBay, they're going for about $70, $80 for the set. In fact, I saw one for like $120 for the set, so it's like $60 per one. I'm going to be 100% with you. I wouldn't settle for anything over $45 because they really have not gone up that much. Back in 2003 when they launched, they were $20 a pop brand new. I paid $20 a pop pre-owned. There's no reason you should be paying more than $22, $23 per, especially with how little compatibility across the board they have. They work with the classic NES games, and they work with Pokemon Coliseum and the later of Generation 3 Pokemon, not including Pinball. Big sad. But that's pretty much all I had to say. See ya.